ever get that feeling, you know, staring at your computer screen, trying to remember a password from like forever ago. It's like
Yeah.
the worst. And with all the stuff we do online these days, it's not just annoying, it's like a security nightmare waiting to happen. That's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
Password managers, passkeys, those are like your secret weapons for, you know, making your digital life way easier and safer. We're checking out this article, Security Facts, News, Advice. It's from September 15th, 2025.
Okay.
And they call passwords the gatekeepers of our, like, our whole digital world. But who can remember a million different passwords, right?
Right.
It's tempting to just write them down.
Which is, a big no-no.
The worst.
Yeah, and it's not just about remembering. It's about making them strong enough so someone can't just, like, waltz right in. This article said hackers can practically smell a weak password. They eat those for breakfast.
Oh, totally. Like using your pet's name or your birthday, it's practically an open invitation. So, okay, how do password managers even, like, how do they even work?
Imagine like a super secure vault, right?
Yeah.
And inside are all your digital keys. But you only need one key, your master password, to open that vault.
Oh, okay.
So no more racking your brain trying to remember if you used Fluffy123 or Fluffy123 for that one website. And the best part, it encrypts everything. It's like completely unreadable to anyone but you.
So it's like a one-stop shop for all your passwords, but there's more, right? There's this whole passkeys thing. Are they gonna like replace passwords entirely?
It's looking that way. This article actually called Passkeys the next evolution of password security. Imagine never having to remember a complicated password again.
Wow.
You could log in with like your fingerprint or, facial recognition.
Wait, so I could just look at my phone and be logged in? That sounds kind of futuristic.
It is. And because it's tied to your biometric data, it's way harder to hack. Like, way harder than a password that someone could guess or steal.
Okay, that's a total game changer. But for those of us who still use passwords, what should we look for in a password manager?
It's like choosing a sidekick, your cybersecurity sidekick. And there are a few things to consider.
So we're talking about like picking a cybersecurity sidekick, something to, watch your back in the online world. But how do we even start?
Well, you want a sidekick who's trustworthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
First things first, make sure it uses really strong encryption.
Right, so it scrambles everything, makes it impossible to read.
Exactly. The article mentioned AES 256 encryption. That's like the gold standard. It's what banks and governments use.
Gotcha. So like Fort Knox level security, we're trusting them with a lot, so that's super important. What else?
It has to be easy to use. The best kind you don't even think about, it just like works. Look for things like automatic form filling and syncing across all your devices.
Oh, yeah, gotta have that syncing. I'm always switching between my laptop and phone.
Exactly. This article really emphasized that it's got to be practically invisible, just quietly protecting you, whether you're on your phone or your computer.
Okay, invisible protection. Got it. What about those password managers with the dark web monitoring?
Oh, yeah. That's one of the things I really like about Dashlane, which you might remember is what I use.
Right.
It's like having someone watching the darkest corners of the internet for you. Yeah. They're looking to see if any of your info is being bought or sold, and if is, they'll let you know.
Okay, so that's like next level peace of mind. But there are so many options out there, it's kind of overwhelming. Where do you even start? Well, luckily this article gave us some good recommendations. Dashlane, LastPass, 1Password, there are a bunch more. So like, what makes these ones stand out?
Each one kind of has its own thing. Like LastPass is really well known for its encryption, and it's great for families. You can share logins and stuff easily.
Oh, nice.
Then you've got 1Password. It's got a really sleek design, and you can customize pretty much everything. There's even a travel mode, which removes sensitive stuff from your devices when you're abroad.
Wait, seriously, that's so smart. So you don't have to worry about losing everything if your phone gets stolen on vacation. Okay, that's awesome. What about if you're on a budget, though?
Bitwarden is a good one for that. It's open source, which means anyone can look at the code. That's important to some people. And they've got a free version with all the basic features.
I like that. Makes it accessible to everybody. But, okay, I gotta say, the idea of putting all my logins in one place, even if it's super secure, still makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, I get it. It's like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
But honestly,
though.
These companies, their whole thing is keeping your data safe. Like, their reputation depends on it. And like we talked about, they use that end-to-end encryption.
Right, the Fort Knox thing. But for someone who's not like a tech expert, what does that even mean?
So basically, Even if someone somehow got into their servers, they still couldn't see your passwords.
Yep.
Like, they're scrambled until they get to your device, and then your master password unlocks them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's like a double layer of protection.
Exactly.
But you mentioned the master password. That seems like a pretty important part.
It is. It's super important to make it strong. Like, really strong. The article really stressed that.
Yeah, definitely no more floofy 123.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It should be long, totally random,
Yeah.
the works,
Uh,
and obviously don't write it down anywhere.
got it. So, strong passwords, strong encryption. Anything else we should be thinking about?
Two-factor authentication. It's like an extra layer on top of everything else. Even if someone gets your master password, they still need like a code from your phone or email to get in.
Okay, so it's like having a bodyguard for your bodyguard. You know what? This whole conversation has really made me rethink password managers. It's not just about convenience anymore. It's about like really taking control of your online security.
Totally. And like this article hinted at a future where passwords might not even be a thing anymore. Passkeys could change everything.
It's wild to think about logging in with just your face or your fingerprint.
I know, right?
The future's pretty cool. So as we wrap up, what's the one thing you want listeners to remember?
I think it's in a world where so much of our lives is online, we can't afford not to take our digital security seriously. A password manager isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's essential.
I totally agree. It's like an investment in your peace of mind.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for breaking all of this down for us. This was great.
Of course. Glad to be here.
And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.